Hey guys, Trey here for another Binding of Isaac YouTube video, and this time we're going to be focusing on Blue Baby, or question mark, question mark, question mark, as a character analysis and tip guide, I guess. So, the main thing I want to point out before this video is that I got a new webcam. I can adjust the light to way too bright, and yeah, so maybe you guys can see me a little bit better. I still can't see you guys any better. So anyway, let's get started. One more thing before I get started is that if you guys have any friends you want to tell you about this YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers so that I can get that custom URL so I can be youtube.com/channel/Nicky at night. And yeah, that'd be great. I'm currently working on my Discord server. The link will be in the description below, and I'm working on the subreddit, which you guys have seen in previous video descriptions. But yeah, we're going to get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about in this video is that Blue Baby does have some built-in advantages as opposed to any other characters. Blue Baby has a built-in speed advantage at 1.1 instead of 1, or for some of the slower characters, 0.85. This gives him a clear advantage in walking speed, and it makes him much easier to dodge with to compensate for his lack of red health, and that's one of the main advantages. The second advantage is his damage. He obviously has a slightly higher damage multiplier at his starting damage is at 3.67 instead of 3.50, which gives him an advantage in that respect too. The next advantage he has starting off is he has a starting item, which is the poop, and I'm going to get into that later. But those are the main advantages that I really wanted to talk about for Blue Baby, and now we'll get into some tips. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to talk about here is the poop. So this is a room full of normal flies, and I don't know how much you guys know about it, but the poop can actually repel enemies a very small amount, allowing you a gap to move through. And sometimes this helps, sometimes it doesn't. It's not as noticeable with enemies as it is with tears. I'd like to mention also that the poop can repel tears, and we're going to try to get a tear to come out of this red fire so I can demonstrate. Maybe it'll come through, maybe not. Alright, we'll go find another room. Alright guys, we're back. I found an enemy that actually shoots tears, and as soon as they line up, I'll show you. So the poop is really effective at repelling tears, which is really, really useful. It's much more useful than the repelling enemies, because if you're in a tight space in a bullet hell scenario, like when fighting Hush, or when fighting Delirium, or any bosses like that, it's much easier to be able to dodge tears when you can actually make the tears dodge you. So that's one of the best uses as far as Blue Baby goes for the poop. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off this boss so I can show you guys the next tip. Alright guys, so I'm here after finishing the boss to show you the next tip that I have. It's kind of weird and hard to set up sometimes, but if you poop next to a gap, and you can use a bomb to blow it up just like you would a rock, and you can make a bridge with it. That's something I didn't know when I first started watching YouTubers, and I didn't see a YouTuber ever mention it, but it's worth pointing out that on the wiki it does say that you can do this, and it is very useful, and I think that it should be taken advantage of more. On to the next tip. Alright guys, here we are for the next tip. First things first, I gotta finish off these flies, but once if you're playing Blue Baby, you can go over into a corner, get all the way in the corner, keep walking toward the corner, and stand in the corner and use the poop, and you will be inside of it. You'll be able to shoot through it. It will not damage the poop, and enemies will not be able to walk to you. I'm currently unsure of whether enemies can shoot at you and hit you through that or not, but once you walk out of the corner, you cannot get back in. It's really, really useful because you can effectively turn into the Lost, where you can hover over a rock and be able to shoot at enemies without them being able to hit you. This is mainly useful in boss fights that either the bosses don't fly or the bosses can't jump, because obviously if they can, then they can still hit you. But be careful, because once you go out of this corner, like I said, you cannot go back in. This is another really good use for the poop. Alright guys, on to the next tip for Blue Baby. You really don't want to take devil deals unless you have to, because Blue Baby does not have red hearts. That being said, it's much easier to get devil deals because you can't have red hearts. In the event where you would want to take a devil deal, you want to have at least 2 blue hearts left over for Blue Baby, because a lot of people have trouble with him regardless. Blue Baby is better off taking angel deals because of his health situation, and I do not recommend taking devil deals with Blue Baby. Lastly, for the tips, I would say practice with the poop before you try to use it in a setting where muscle memory does not kick in. You don't want to be on a good run and then try to use the poop and not be able to clutch it out because you're trying too hard to put to work the tips that you've learned from this video or other videos. But mainly, the key to all these characters, regardless of whether you have tips for them or not, are to practice them. If you practice the character and the use of the items, you'll be good with the character. There's no amount of tips that can save you from delirium when you have half of a heart and you are running out of space to run and hide. But the purpose of these tip videos is to give you guys as much of an edge as possible, and I hope I'm doing that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. It's the best way to show support, and subscribe. Trying to get to that custom URL, which happens at 100 subscribers. We're getting there, guys, but we're not quite close enough, and we're gaining subscribers every day. If you have any suggestions for videos, leave a comment, come to the Discord, say hi, or put it on Reddit. Anyway, there's giveaways on the subreddit and Discord going on, and there's other cool things going on all the time. If you just want to pop in and say hi, come in and let us know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.